After you downloaded the script, mypracticescript_expop from GitHub, put it in your scripts folder and open it. Operations in MQL has the same concept as mathematical operations. You have your plus, minus, multiplication and division, and your plus minus times divide symbol shown here in line 19. So these are your operators. And when you have variables combined with operators, you have an expression. In this video, we are just going to go through a quick list of what are the operators that are available to us. Firstly, we have our arithmetical operators, the plus, minus, times and divide. But I want to draw your attention to these two operators on line 37 and 38. The plus, plus and minus, minus. Plus plus means to add 1 to your current existing value. So for example, if you look at line 43, let's say that the value of b is 50. If I put b plus plus, after the computer read that line of code, b will become 51 instead. Same thing for minus minus. If I do a b minus minus, this will actually mean b equals to b minus 1. Therefore, b will become 49 instead. Assignment operators, our equal, plus equal, and minus equal. So the equal sign will mean assign the right hand side value to the left hand side. The plus equal sign is actually a short form for this. If I put a plus equals b, what I'm actually telling the computer is a equals to a plus. Same thing for minus equal. If I put a minus equal b, what I'm actually saying is a equals to a minus b. Relational operators. These are more commonly used in your if functions. So we have 5 basics one here. Equals. Note that this double equal is not the same as the single equal that we saw in the assignment operator. Double equal means that we are checking if the left hand side is equal to the right hand side. But single equal means that we are assigning the value of the right hand side to the left hand side. We have our greater than, greater or equals to, less than, and less or equals to. So for example, if we look at line 68, this line states that if x is equals to y, then print x. So it is not saying that assign the value of y to x. Logical operators. These are also commonly used in our if functions. So the two and symbols here represents and, meaning if something is true and something else is true. The two long strokes. Long stroke can be found on the backward slash key. Type it using shift backward slash. An exclamation mark represents not. Basically, it represents the opposite. Alright, we will look at the example to more clearly see how we can use these operators. Look at line 80. If everything in here is true, then we are going to print TGIF. So for everything in the if parenthesis to be true, knowing that there's an and here, it is telling us that if this is true and the second part is true as well, then the whole thing is going to be true. Hence, we're going to print TGIF. To make it clearer, I'm going to put a parenthesis inside to separate the two parts. So now we can more clearly see that if this first part, 4 greater than 3 is true, and the second part, 1 not equals to 0, note that this is how we use the exclamation mark. So if 1 is not equal to 0, and that's true as well, the whole thing is going to be true, hence we are going to print TGIF. Let me change the scenario a little bit. Instead of 3, we're going to have 30. So if 4 is greater than 30, which we know is not true, so this part is false. Therefore, no matter what the second part is going to be, this whole thing is going to be false, because the hypothesis that the first part and the second part are both true is violated. Let us modify this scenario a little bit more. Instead of having an AND symbol, I'm going to put in the OR symbol. For the OR symbol, this whole area in the if parenthesis will be true if either the first part is true or the right hand side second part is true. Now we know that the second part is true, therefore even though the first part is false, this whole area is true, hence we are still going to print TGIF. I have included a longer list of operators after this video for your reference. Alternatively, we can look at help MQL4 reference. Under language basics, operations and expressions, we can see the full list of operations that are available to us. We are going to talk a bit about operation precedence. Operation precedence refers to the priority in which operators are carried out first. If you look at line 84, Z equals to A plus B divided by C. Now the computer is smart enough to know that we should carry out B divided by C first. But of course, we should make things clearer by putting a bracket, putting a parenthesis between B and C. For a full list of operation precedence, check out the MQL4 reference. Under the same section, operations and expressions, the last one, precedence rules.